it's Old Guardian here. In this video, I'm going to take a look at what Hunter might look like in Saviors of Uldum. I'll take a look at the upcoming Hunter cards, the existing Hunter archetypes, and potential new Hunter archetypes. So, let's get going. Hunter is getting an interesting set of cards with Saviors of Uldum. There's obviously a legendary quest, like with all other classes. Hunter's is Unseal the Vault, summon 20 minions and reward is Ramka and Roar, which is going to give more attack to your minions. However, Unseal the Vault seems to be on the weaker side of quests. Summoning 20 minions is pretty difficult, and then you would need to be able to build some kind of token boards and able to make good use of the quest reward. So I actually think Unseal the Vault is not going to see play. It seems like a pretty weak quest. But there's a lot more for Hunter, like Pressure Plate, a new secret, 2 mana, secret after your opponent casts a spell, destroy a random enemy minion. Secrets are always meta dependent, secret packages are always changing, but Pressure Plate is a nice addition. I like the card. I think it will be viable in some meta games at least, and it's going to see play in part of the secret packages. Then there's a new weapon, the Desert Spear, 3 mana 1/3, after your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 Locust with Rush. The problem is that Headhunter's Hatchet is just better than this. This kind of makes sense if you're going with the quest, but the quest seems a little weak, and yeah, Locusts are beasts, so that's an upside, but overall I don't think this is a good weapon. But Hunter's Pack is an interesting one. Hunter's Pack, 3 mana spell, add a random hunt the beast, secret and weapon to your hand. So this is a pretty big value card, giving useful variety of cards as well. Very nice card. It just depends, you probably don't have enough space to run Master's Call and Hunter's Pack. So if you run some kind of non-Master's Call build, or maybe you can even fit it in regular Midrange Hunter. Very interesting card, a little bit looking for what is the deck that it would see play in, but as a standalone card that is powerful. Then there's the Ramka and Wild Tamer, 3 mana 4/3, Battlecry, copy a random beast in your hand. Aggressively statted, decent enough stat line, but the copy effect, this is not a beast itself, you can't run this in Master's Call decks. So you'd run this in a non-Master's Call deck, but it copies a beast. And I'm not quite sure. This is a decent card, it could see play in some deck, but I can't put it into any deck in my mind right now. Unlike the next card, and this card is seriously good. Hyena Alpha, 4 mana 3/3 beast, Battlecry, if you control a secret, summon 2/2/2 hyenas. It's almost like a Spellstone all over again, and it's cheaper. What's there not to like? I love this card already. I think this will be a great card in Secret Hunter. Really looking solid. Then there is a pair of these semi-expensive beasts. The Wild Bloodstinger, 6 mana 6/9 beast, Battlecry, summon a minion from your opponent's hand and attack it. Okay, some combo disruption. Decent enough, almost always going to go 2 for 1. And the Scarlet Webweaver, 6 mana 5/5 beast, Battlecry, reduce the cost of a random beast in your hand by 5. Both of these are interesting cards, but is there a deck that really wants these? Because if you think about Master's Call Midrange Hunter, then currently it runs very cheap beasts, so Scarlet Webweaver effect is unlikely to be that useful. You want it to discount some expensive beasts so that you can make use of that on the next turn or on the same turn, but that looks difficult to do. And Bloodstinger, okay, it's sweet, but is it better than Unleash the Beast? So there's a lot of competition for this 6 slot, and you can't have too many 6 slot cards in your deck, so I think both of these cards are potentially viable if some kind of a slower build can be built, but we'll see. Then there's the Swarm of Locusts, 6 mana, summon 7 1/1 Locusts with Rush. If they only had charge. But with Rush, I'm not convinced yet. I just think Unleash is such a more flexible card. If you want to defend against tokens, well, you can defend against tokens with Unleash. If you just want to race, you can race with Unleash. Swarm is just not nearly as flexible. And then there's the Dino Tamer Bran, 7 mana 2 for Battlecry, if your deck has no duplicate, summon King Crush. And summoning King Crush and a 2/4 comic sidekick for 7 mana, that's a great deal, that's a great card. If Highlander Hunter is viable, and I think Highlander Hunter is looking pretty promising, then Dino Tamer Bran is obviously a great card and part of the reason why it's going to be good. So Hunter's getting Dino-Tamer Bran, great card. Hyena Alpha, great card. Pressure Plate, situational but good. Hunter's Pack, a little bit looking for its deck, but it's so good that there has to be something right. And then a bunch of these little bit more questionable cards. Overall, pretty good selection of cards for a single expansion. Looking at Hunter archetypes, this is not a rotation expansion, so all the previous archetypes can be played as they are, if there are no improvements. And looking at Bomb Hunter, aggressive mech based, there are no new mechs to put into this, there's no new charge minions, there's no new aggression, there just isn't much synergy to put into this, so Bomb Hunter looks like solid deck, doesn't get much new from the new expansion. Midrange Hunter. Well, the Master Skull build requires you to run beasts, and you kind of want to have Unleash the Beast with Zul'jin on the 6th slot, so there isn't really room for the Bloodstinger or the Web Weaver. I'm not sure if there's even room for the Hunter's Pack, because your Master Skull is going to fill your hand so much with your Zul'jin that that's going to be a problem. It is possible that there could be other variants of Midrange Hunter. There could be like a variant of Midrange Hunter that doesn't run only beasts. There could be a little bit slower Midrange Hunter even, that could make use of these 6 mana beasts. So there are options, but into this particular archetype, just as it is now, with the game plan it has now, there is nothing really new. Secret Hunter is getting a big upgrade with Hyena Alpha. Hyena Alpha obviously is going to go into every Secret Hunter deck. Phenomenal card. Secret Hunter looks to be upgraded a fair bit. Then Pressure Plate gives more variety for secrets. Whether you use it, whether you don't use it, opponents will still have to play around even more secrets than they do now, so it's all good. Nice little upgrade for Secret Hunter. Then Mech Hunter or Death Rattle Hunter, this sort of slower, maybe secret opening than these mechs and Necro Mechanic. Again, no new mechs, nothing that really resurrects, nothing that synergizes with this stuff. If you run the secret package in the early game, then there's some potential, maybe you put in some of the new secret synergy cards. Although that's not really what you want to do, but perhaps you still put in like the Hyena, just because it's such a great card. And finally, Hunter is getting just one new archetype, I think. I think Highlander Hunter is going to be the only new archetype. The thing is that there's many ways to build Highlander Hunter. You can build it with secrets and spells, or secrets and beasts, or just mechs. There's just a bunch of ways to build this. Highlander Hunter looks really promising because both of the Highlander synergy cards, the Hunter's own Dino-Tamer Bran, great card, and Zephrys the Great is possibly the best card ever printed in Hearthstone. It's just phenomenal. I have written about Highlander Hunter and about Zephrys the Great in more detail over at Hearthstone Top Decks. There's links down below in the description, so if you want to read more details on what I think that Highlander Hunter is going to be like, and if you want to know all about Zephrys, then head over to that site. But in brief, I think Highlander Hunter is looking really promising. I think there are many ways that you can build it, and I'm not sure if this is the right way, but I'm sure some way will be found. And Zephrys the Great is a phenomenal card, and it's perfect fit for a somewhat aggressive deck like Highlander Hunter. In summary, for Hunter, one new archetype, Secret Hunter getting a fairly significant buff, other Hunter archetypes not getting much, they are pretty much the same as they used to be, but Hunter was already doing well, so life looks promising for Hunter players in Saviors of Uldum. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.